Stowaway, ladies and gentlemen, doesn't matter if you are from the past, present, or future, I am X-Man321, and today I'm going to be trying a new segment. I'm calling it Hidden Code. To put it simply, I'm going to be taking a look at cut content or interesting things that just so happen to be in a certain video game. Today's game isn't going to be a singular game though. Instead, I'm going to be checking out a select bunch of WWE video games. So with that said, let's get to it. We start things off with WWF Warzone for the Nintendo 64 and PlayStation 1. There isn't much to cover here except a little secret character. You see, the game's publisher, Acclaim Entertainment, thought it would be a fun idea to create a model for one of their own characters, Turok, from the game of the same name. As stated, he has a model in the game, but he's unable to be used for their cheat device, like a Game Shark. When you do play as him, he uses the Rock's moveset and one of the original created wrestler entrance themes. Now with that little thing out of the way, let's head over to WWF Attitude, the sequel to Warzone, which thankfully has a bit more to talk about. To start off on a simple note, there are some unused controller graphics for the PlayStation 1 version of the game, showing you'd have to use diagonal inputs for some of the moves, and possibly actually having to hold a button. It's not all interesting, but hey, it's there. Now since this game is a sequel to WWF Warzone, it's understandable that there's going to be some leftovers from the previous game. Mainly Titantron text that announces your victory. There is leftover text for a draw match, which is impossible, disqualification, which is also impossible, and blowout, which in the last game appeared if you want to match rather quickly, taking little damage. The game no longer pays attention to this though, so all of these go unused. Some even more interesting text is that apparently, in WWF Attitude, there was actually going to be a Hell in a Cell match in the game. However, this didn't appear until SmackDown 2, Know Your Role, and obviously
Oh, watch it! Right through our table!
This is very interesting because in the actual game, you can't even see an announcer's table, much less put an opponent through one. To end this video off, we're going to take a small look at some things about WWE SmackDown for the PlayStation 1. I don't want to talk about too much, so I can cover some more in the next video, but for now, we're just going to talk about some season mode flags. First off, there's a scrap line where it says that name doesn't think too much of your wrestling skills. Yes, those spelling errors are the game's fault. Not much to say here aside from that, though. Another scrapped line is, what's going on? Percent 4 is knocking out the People's Champ. Obviously, Percent 4 is a placeholder, and again, nothing much to say here. The final line I'm covering today is, look at The Rock, the People's Champ looks confident about the I Quit match coming up. Then this one's a bit more interesting. Aside from seeing another Rock scenario, it seems to me like they were going to adapt the famous I Quit match between The Rock and Mankind in the season mode, but they ended up scrapping it later. Again, nothing much to say here aside from that, unfortunately. Well, that's all for now, but I'll see you next time when we continue looking through WWF SmackDown, and maybe we'll take a little bit look on the original prototype. I am X-Man321, and if I missed anything that you want to tell me about, be sure to tell me in the comments below, and I might talk about it in a later video. Peace out!